Langrisser.
Hey everyone, this is Nitro. In this video, I'm going to talk about my upcoming planning for January of 2021 with my account because I need to adjust things for Apex Arena, the upcoming seasons. So first of all, just a show of my very recent banner results. I'm going to go over November and December, right? So November had multiple summons. I did a Pity Rate summon on Elucia. I did 140 summons on the Florentia and Tsubame banner, where I got one Ledin, one Florentia, and one Tsubame. Ironic thing was I didn't even want Tsubame. When I got Ledin and then Florentia, I was hoping to get more copies of Florentia, so I decided to draw further. And I got a Tsubame, which made me quit right there, because I didn't want to risk getting a second Tsubame, for example, so it was a good time to stop. So, one off banner, one character that I wanted, and then one character I didn't really care about. I mean, some people would say I got both heroes on the banner. Truthfully speaking, I didn't even want that. Well, in any case though, overall, I can't complain about it. So we move on then to the December major update banner, which was the Overlord collaboration events. And there I did 90 summons and didn't get a single SSR. So I am at pity rates, which means the next 10 summon I do, which will be on the next major update, will be a guaranteed SSR. So I'm looking forward to that. In terms of the more recent SSR rate, so going from since September, I've gotten 9 SSRs in 580 summons. This is technically a mere 1.55% SSR rate, but if I add in the next 10 summon, it'll be 10 SSRs in 590 summons, which is a 1.69% SSR rate. You know, you can say the recent SSR rate has been terrible, but at the end of the day, when I look at my total SSR rate, it's still at 2.08%, which is above the 2% rate. So that's why I generally don't trust, as I always say, it generally evens out and equalizes in the long term. You might have a short-term spree of bad luck, you might have a short-term spree of amazing luck, but in the long term, you do very much get to around the 2% rate, at least if you keep track of the data. And I know not very many people are. So, yeah, I just wanted to show that because we get all sorts of numbers out there all the time. Alright, so with regards to my January 2021 planning, first, let's talk about the banners that are available each week. Alright, the upcoming banner for next week is a Sigma, Claret, and Brenda banner. I have all 3 heroes, so I don't need to draw on that. The banner after that will be a Bozel, Liana, and Luna banner. Once again, I have all 3 heroes, so I'm not going to draw on those either. The second banner in particular, though, is amazing for anyone who is freshly starting. Bozel, Liana, and Luna are all clutch heroes. Like, they're the core heroes for clearing PvE content very often. So I strongly urge anyone who doesn't have any of the 3 to draw on that banner. After that banner will be a Rosenseal and Clotaire banner. So that is the major update banner. And with that major update banner, I am going to be drawing on it. And the annoying thing about this banner is Rosenseal is the clutch character and Clotaire is like the secondary character. But the 2 heroes bond each other up. So if you plan to draw on that banner, you very much need both heroes. Otherwise, you're using the heroes without bonds, or missing bonds, which is very stupid for Apex Arena. So this banner is going to be tough. It's going to need a lot of resources, so we'll wait and see how that one goes. Moving on, after Rosenseal and Clotaire is Rosalia and Elwyn. Now this banner is interesting, okay? Because I am currently missing Rosalia, and I have a 6-star Elwyn. So if I were to summon on it, it would be to get Rosalia, right? It may very well require me to get 2 Elwyns or just 1 Rosalia. So it's going to be interesting whether I decide to summon on that or whether I decide to buy the SSR from the store, right? Currently the store offers bags that can give you a free SSR. After the Rosalia and Elwyn banner, there is going to be a Listel, Omega, and Renata banner. I have all 3 heroes, so I won't be drawing on that banner. But more importantly, it also has an equipment banner. So the equipment banner looks like this. And the equipment banner offers the 4 following items. The Crystal Bee Sting, is for infantry, archers, and assassins. It increases the crit rate and crit damage of the character by 10%, and if the skill of your character is higher than the enemy's before battle, you ignore 20% of the enemy's defense. So while it doesn't offer any attack increase, it does decrease the enemy's defense, and that decrease is enough for you to potentially one-shot the enemy because you're doing much more damage. The second item, Evening Star Guardian, is for mages, holy, and demon class characters. It increases magic defense by 10%, but it offers a healing effect increase of 10%. This is obviously a replacement of the Tenyo's robe for your healers, because they'll heal more instead of having additional hit points. 10% more hit points usually doesn't save your healer, but 10% extra healing will really help your party. The third item, Pale Apocalypse, is also for flyers, archers, aquatic, and assassins. So it applies to archers and assassins as well as flyers. It gives a magic defense increase of 10%, just like any other helmet. But more importantly, it provides a 50% chance to heal block an enemy within 2 blocks for 1 turn. So this item can potentially replace the King's Crown, because being able to heal block the enemy tank, for example, can win you matches. Keep in mind, of course, that the Blood Pact will counter this item. The last item is the Atmospheric Heart. It can be equipped by everyone. It gives 75 attack increase as well as 43 defense increase, and an all stats plus 5% for everybody. The effect of the Atmospheric Heart is that it makes your characters immune to heal reversal as well as immune to Curse of Wounding. Interesting item. The attack and defense increase is what is really odd for this item. For example, healers are int base, and yet it just does not work for healers at all. So heal reversal is a threat, sort of, but Listel sees less and less use. So I'm not sure Atmospheric Heart is all that good, frankly speaking. The items you want are actually the other 3, right? Crystal Bestling for Zerda and SP Sigma. Evening Star Guardian for the healers. Pale Apocalypse for any flyers, archers, and assassins potentially to replace King's Crown. The Atmospheric Heart seems to be the worst item of the bunch, at least at first glance. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but to me, it seems to be the worst item. So let's go back now to the January planning and talk about the shards that I'm going to be farming. So right now, we are running the 18 Gate of Fate event for the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And what I've been doing is I've been pretty much farming 5 different characters at once and using the remaining runs to do Gates of Fate of heroes who I have not done. And the heroes I'm farming up right now is Akaya, Sigma, Florentia, Reen, and Ledin. Akaya, because I believe by using her, I can transition potentially towards an Assault AoE box. It just gives me more strategic options if I have Akaya in my box. Right? Sigma, because my Sigma is very near 6 stars and I can always use another assassin. Florentia, because I believe Florentia is a great healer that will replace healers like Waller. Reen needs no real explanation. We've seen him so much in this seasons of Apex playoffs. And Ledin, because Ledin also offers me some additional tactical options. As a potential third tank, he can be of great use to me. So that's why I'm grinding these 5. The remaining runs are being used for, as I mentioned, the new Gate of Fates. Like I actually have 10 heroes whose Gates of Fate I have not done. So 10 heroes would mean 50 runs of Gates of Fate right there. And I need 3 additional runs because 2 of them will be used to unlock bonds, and the third one is used to get an additional, I think, Trinity voucher or something like that. So 53 runs are required in total for me. So after that, I'm just kind of rotating my shard farming of the heroes. For example, for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be farming Sigma shards instead of Akaya. And I'm going to actually leave my Akaya at 90 out of 150 shards. The reason for this is because on the Rosenseal banner, I'm just kind of being worried about drawing a potential off-banner hero. So by setting up like this, on the 14th, if I get an off-banner, let's say Sigma or Akaya, or I'll be fine, right? So if I get an off-banner Sigma, Akaya, Florentia, for example, all of those 50 shards will not be wasted, and it'll help me adjust my farming plans accordingly. It's just the only reason. I mean, I'm in no rush to get Akaya to 6 stars yet, because after I have Akaya at 6 stars, I'd have to upgrade all her gear properly and so on and so forth. So given that there's no rush, I can afford to do this kind of farming adjustments to maximize my potential, if you will. With these adjustments, it also allows me to get the 53 Gates of Fate that I want to have done, so that I can unlock every character that I have at this time and get all the crystals and Trinity vouchers from them. So I'm maximizing my Trinity voucher and Trinity crystal income in preparation for these next few banners, because there are a lot of really good banners coming up. Yeah. So other than that, it's going to be kind of a rotation between the characters that I'm farming up, right? Ledin gets finished this month. Akaya and Sigma will be finished later on. I'll be farming up Florentia and Rosenseal as soon... Well, Florentia is constantly getting farmed up. Rosenseal will be farmed as soon as I get her on the January the 14th. Fingers crossed there. I can't assume I'm going to absolutely get her, but I'm pretty confident given the number of Trinity crystals that I have on hand right now. And then other than that, the last lot will be used to slowly finish up Akaya, then slowly hopefully finish up Sigma, and then go to new heroes after that. I'll also briefly show the plans for February 2021. Keep in mind that going this far ahead, 2 months ahead, I can't really assume this will stay the way I plan it to, but this is roughly the idea of what I want to do. Okay? So the February major update will release Mariel and the one I call Lolly Jessica. And it's Lolly Jessica because it's Licorice's counterpart. So Lolly Jessica is just as small as Licorice, and so Lolly Jess is the name. With Lolly Jess, she's another great single target striker with extreme range, kind of like young Jessica, but without all the setup issues of young Jessica. So, and given her, she just fits very well into a lot of boxes because of her being both Legion of Glory and the upcoming reincarnation faction, which will get a tank that can faction buff itself in Hilda. Right. Hilda is coming in March, so building up Lolly Jessica can very much help. And as a side note, this is also why I'm building up Ledin to 6 stars right now, because Ledin would also faction buff Lolly Jessica as well as Mariel. Both of them are part of the Legion of Glory. So what I mentioned about being more tactically flexible with my Apex party and so on, this is why Ledin could very well fit in. And the plan, not guaranteed yet, but if I get Lolly Jessica on February, I will start farming her up too. It does get more complex there because I'll have finished up Akaya, but Sigma may end up in a position where he's at like 114 out of 150 shards. So I will be stuck in a situation where I need 36 more shards of Sigma without any real way of getting them unless I get lots of free Gates of Fate runs from the Time-Space Merchant. So that's the iffy part about this right now, and I may very well have to adjust my plans because I may get Mariel instead of Lolly Jessica, and then I'm not going to be building up Lolly Jess. Right? I don't plan to draw very heavily on the Mariel and Lolly Jessica banner. I'm just going to go for one of them. If I get Mariel, then Mariel may be the one I build up. If I get Lolly Jessica, then Lolly Jessica may be the one I build up. But I don't plan to get both on this banner. It's just too dangerous to just try to summon for both heroes. We've seen lots of people do terribly when they do. The most recent example is Kong. Sorry, Kong. Shout out to you. Right. So these are my rough plans. And then the following month, March, we'll have Werner and Hilda. And the Werner and Hilda banner is also annoying because you're going to need both, from what I remember. Like, I think Werner unlocks a bond for Hilda, and Hilda is the tank. So huge pain in the butt with all the upcoming banners, with them with regards to bonding and needing both heroes and stuff like that. So now, let's move on to talk about the upcoming events along with these banners. And I'm just going to use the upcoming banner guide instead of creating my own, because I'm just going to take the information from it. So what we see here, for example, is January will have a Virash Macholado, and also Magic Tower Conquest, the auto chess mode, returns for 2 weeks. I didn't enjoy it the first time around, but it'll probably have to be farmed because they give pretty darn good rewards for Apex Arena. Next then is going to be the Rosenseal and Clotaire Major Update. It offers a whole bunch of swimsuit skins like Liffiny Summer swimsuit skin, Mystery Knight gets a skin. There's going to be Freya shards, as well as Freya's Heart of the Mirror. I believe that's her SP class unlocking item. And there's going to be a mass resale of store skins. All right, so a whole bunch of items here this week. Okay, and of course, also mentioned is the Apex Season 5 commemorative skin. All right, so lots of things to. In addition to this, Guild Wars level 70 will launch then as well. So we're adding more and more powerful enemies to face, which is nice because Guild Wars has been a pure auto battle system. And finally, the first 2 troops of Langrisser 3.0 will be released. It's Mechanical Knights and Redeemers there. So we're going to start getting new troops and the new techs that get released for more upgrades to be done. 3 Cs there is Rosenseal, Clotaire, Zerda, Brenda, and Egbert. Egbert's 3C is fairly interesting. Zerda's 3C, I use Zerda, so it's a must get. I don't use Brenda. And then, if you use Rosenseal or Clotaire, you're going to obviously try to get their skills. Bozel and Chris get their exclusive equipment then too. And Bozel's is a must-have for him. Chris is... I don't even know what Chris's does. I don't use Chris. But Bozel's exclusive basically allows him to apply yet another debuff on enemies that he hits. And finally, there's new cumulative login bonuses. After 736 days, players may choose to receive any one SSR weapon for free. After 999 days, players may receive a copy of any hero from Langrisser 1 to 5. So Tensei, Crossover, and Mobile original characters are excluded. So that's actually a really, really nice bonus, right? Langrisser 1 to 5 heroes. I think I actually have them all though. But, for people who are missing one of them, that is great. Of great appeal to a lot of players right now is that there's going to be a 3x speed function. Right? Grinding is long. A 3x speed function will reduce the time you need to grind. And also, 8 new music tracks from Langrisser 4 will be added to the game. So more music. Right? People are getting bored of listening to the same music over and over again. So, very nice. Mentioned here, SP Elwin's Macholado. By that they mean the Macholado to get the SP class item is not released with the major update. Instead, it's coming the following week. So on the 21st. So it's kind of like a Macholado. You have to spend like 4,000 crystals to get the SP Elwin item. And then once you have the item, that's when you can start raising him up, doing quests to unlock Elwin's SP class. They mentioned here as well, there's no protection against accidentally choosing to acquire duplicate hearts for heroes. So be very careful when you select those heart items, right? Because it's not just Elwin that's going to be SP class. There's going to be future heroes like SP Sigma and so on. Now, next is going to be the Listel, Omega, and Renata banner, where the 2nd anniversary equipment banner drops. I already mentioned that. Pretty much a must draw for anyone who uses Zerda. It's actually quite annoying because I'm probably going to need 2 of them. One for Zerda, one for Sigma. My plan right now is that I'm going to draw for one and potentially get the second one via the 736 days cumulative login bonus. So that way I don't have to commit too many resources into this equipment banner. That's my hope. All right. So Rachel Lanatieres has the Rachel Macholado skin. That's the one where she's in her swimsuit. I'm going to say whatever to that. It also re-releases older skins, right? So you may take a look then. And then there's the Mariel Lolly Jess banner. Right? With that banner is it being a major update, we're also getting a new time rift. Time Rift World 17, which is like Langrisser 5 prologue. So, the first part of the story of Sigma and Lambda. There is going to be a third wave of the Forbidden Battleground maps. Forbidden Battleground maps were actually quite difficult, or they were kind of puzzles. So that should be fun. 3 more soldiers released with that major update. So from then on, each major update is going to add new soldiers. Right? They're not releasing all the training ground updates all at once. Instead, they're coming with the major updates. This major update releases 3 of them: Dragonborn Warrior, Pirate of the Deep Seas, and Alchemist of the Forbidden. They add more Apex Arena battle maps. And the 3 Cs there is Light of the Genesis, and Mariel, of course. Shafaniel will get her 3C then. Betty, who I don't use, and Iris gets her 3C. I believe Iris's 3C is like an upgraded teleport. I can't quite recall though. So, Elucia and Maya also get their exclusive equipments here. Actually, Maya is a character I've been long hoping to build, but it seems impossible given the shard farming plans that I'm following. And Angelica gets a new tier 3 class path. Okay? So, interesting point to note. Angelica, not Angelina. Right? So we're talking about the girl who created the Dimension Door. So I'm going to stop here, but I will mention that in February, the week after that, is the 2020 Valentine's event. So that's what we're all expecting, right? And we should be getting, finally, the Varna and Rachel store skins. We have never seen them, so this is when we're expected to get them. Supposedly, on the Chinese server, they got an Elwin and Cherie store skins. They were sports-themed skins, like Elwin is playing baseball and Cherie is playing tennis. But given that we're getting the Valentine's event then, as mentioned here, it's very likely they may delay those skins for international. And then at the end of February, we'll be looking at a Sakura Wars rerun. And with the rerun, the event also reruns. So with the rerun of the event, you can get Iris shards once again. So I currently have a 5-star Iris, for example. It would raise her up to 6 stars. People who don't have Iris at all would raise her up to 5 stars. And also, very nice with this week is there's supposed to be the Ares and Lana second popularity poll skins that get released. So I mentioned them before. Ares is the World War II pilot skin. Lana is the gorgeous blue and black dress. So I'm looking forward to the Lana skin there for sure. As usual, you're supposed to get 1 skin for free, and the other skin you have to buy for 118 tickets. They're also apparently going to resell the TRS Bunny skin then. That's the skin I use on my TRS right now. So you can see they're releasing lots of skins actually from here on out. And we'll stop here because after that it moves into the month of March, right? But it's worth mentioning that in March is Werner and Hilda. Two more very key heroes. Whales in PvP will definitely be going for them because Reincarnation faction, a Reincarnation tank, is going to be huge. And let's say Mariel, Lolly Jess are part of Reincarnation, Tsubame and Florentia are part of Reincarnation, Maya, Noemi, Rosalia, all of these heroes are part of Reincarnation. So a tank that can also faction buff all these heroes will change the meta in PvP quite a bit. Okay, so that's all I want to cover in this video. Lots of things being added with the major updates and just lots of things to look forward to. And that's why I've been planning so carefully. And basically, I kept telling myself not to draw an Overlord banner for this reason. Thanks for watching everyone. I hope you found this video useful to you. Nitro out.